If you have money sitting in a savings account, you might actually be losing money. Sounds crazy, right? But inflation could be quietly eating away at your savings every year, even if your balance keeps going up. And that's why in this series, we're going to take someone who's only ever saved money in their bank account and turn them into an investor in just 7 days. The Saver to Investor series is brought to you in partnership with iShares by BlackRock. Meet Tom. Tom is 27 and he's done what everyone says you're supposed to do with money. He works hard and he saves regularly. In addition to his everyday essential expenses account, he has about $10,000 sitting in savings, which sounds responsible, right? But here's the problem. Saving alone rarely builds real wealth. Let's look at what's actually happening to Tom's money. If Tom keeps that $10,000 in a high-interest savings account, earning around 4 to 5%, it will grow steadily. But inflation, which is the rising cost of everyday things like food, rent, and fuel, might be sitting around 2 to 4% per year. That means a big chunk of those gains is just keeping up with the cost of living. And in bad inflation years, your money can actually lose purchasing power. Hello 2022 post-COVID world when inflation hit over 7%. So even though your balance looks bigger, your money might actually buy less than before. Now, compare that to the share market. Since 1900, the Australian share market has returned an average of 12.98% per annum, and the S&P 500 isn't far behind. Since 1926, the S&P 500, which tracks 500 of the largest publicly traded US companies, has returned an average of 12.35% per annum. Not every year, not smoothly, but over decades, the market has generally trended upwards. And that's why investing is so powerful. When you invest, your money has the potential to grow faster than inflation. So if investing is so powerful, why doesn't everyone do it? There are 3 main reasons. 1, people don't have enough money to invest. 2, Aussies aren't confident that they can make the best financial decisions. And 3, Aussies don't know which investments to start with. So we're going to cover off each of these concerns to help you overcome the fears of investing for the first time. Despite what you may think, you actually don't need a lot of money to start investing. In fact, with the digital brokers, you can start investing with as little as $50. But before you invest, you want to make sure you have a financial buffer, an emergency fund. In other words, you don't want to invest money that you might need next month. That's when market dips turn into panic. So before you invest a single dollar, you want to make sure you have your emergency fund set up. A general rule of thumb: ensure you have 3 to 6 months of essential expenses sitting in cash, ready to go. This money isn't for investing, it's for life. Car repairs, unexpected bills, losing your job, you can start to invest without worrying about needing the money tomorrow. Quick pause. This series is brought to you in partnership with iShares by BlackRock. If you're looking to invest in ETFs, iShares gives Aussies access to countless market opportunities through over 50 locally listed ETFs. Curious to learn more? See how ETFs might fit into your own investing journey with the link in our bio. Many Aussies aren't confident that they can make the best financial decisions, so they don't even start. You've probably heard these before. I'll start investing when the market crashes, or I'll wait until the timing is right. But here's the truth. Even professional investors struggle to predict short-term market movements. And history shows people who stay invested for longer periods tend to do better than those constantly jumping in and out. Some of the biggest growth days happen right after big drops. Miss a few of those, and your long-term returns can look very different. So instead of asking, when should I invest? Ask, how long can I stay invested? Because investing isn't about timing the market, it's about time in the market. And in your 20s and 30s, time is your biggest advantage. Here's the thing, you don't need to pick the next Apple or Amazon to make money investing. The reality is, choosing individual companies is really hard. So for first-time investors, trying to pick a winner can feel overwhelming or just plain old risky. And that's why many beginners don't start with individual stocks. Instead, one of the easiest ways to start investing is through something called an exchange-traded fund, or an ETF. And instead of investing in a single company, you're investing in hundreds, sometimes thousands of companies at once. Which means with one investment, you can diversify your portfolio quickly and even invest in markets that may not be easily accessible. And that's what makes ETFs such a powerful starting point. Here's what we covered today. Saving is step 1. An emergency fund is essential. But if you want your money to truly grow over time, you eventually need to consider moving from being a saver to being an investor. And that's exactly what we're doing in this series. Right now, Tom has $10,000 sitting in savings, in addition to his essential expenses account. In the next few days, we're going to watch him make his first investment. And we're starting with a simple investing strategy many Australians use called ETFs. See you in episode 2. Thanks to iShares by BlackRock for supporting this series and helping to bring investing education to more Australians. Check out the link in our bio to learn more.